This afternoon, 5:08. So as you're hearing in the news with Izzy, Yorkshire ambulance workers to vote on whether to take strike action. The GMB union says members are angry over pay. Deanne Ferguson is the regional organiser with the GMB. Deanne, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, how are you?
So what's been the pay offer then, Deanne, and why aren't your members happy?
Well, we need to go back and rephrase it just slightly, because the government don't actually give a pay offer, they impose a pay award. So the PRB recommended a 4% pay increase, which the government have accepted. There's no negotiations with the unions or the workers, it's just imposed in pay. So it's a real terms pay cut of 8% that has been imposed on all of our NHS and ambulance workers this month.
PRB is the pay review body, is it?
That's correct, yeah.
So that's the situation at the moment. The situation, of course, where inflation is very, very high. You're going to have a formal ballot, aren't you? But you've already consulted members about whether they're keen to take strike action. What were the results of that consultation?
So we've actually made history today. So 90% of our members have voted to take industrial action, which is the highest turnout we've ever seen. So we've had an 80% turnout on our ballot of nearly 1,500 members. So it's the highest turnout we've ever had in Yorkshire Ambulance, and this just shows the strength of feeling amongst our members.
Do you know when the formal ballot will be then?
Yeah, so we're looking to open in October, the middle of October, and it'll be a 4-week legal ballot which is run through Civica with a potential, we will potentially take action at the beginning of December. Now, I just want to make really clear for everybody that's listening is that our members absolutely do not want to be taking action. We're asking the government to step in now, offer something that our members and workers across the whole NHS can accept and can live off. So there is time for the government to intervene, but if not, our members do feel strongly and there will be some form of action taking place in December.
How will it impact services, do you think, if they do decide to go on strike? I mean, there's 999 calls in the back of my mind that, stand out and you think, what's going to happen to them?
Yeah, so we will always ensure that emergencies are covered. But I think what we have to make really clear to people is the system, the NHS, is crumbling now. We're already seeing waiting times of 4 and 8 hours for patients to get to hospital. Then when they do get to hospital, they're waiting in the ambulances for another 4 and 8 hours because our hospitals are not in a place to take the patients. So it's already crumbling, and the only thing that's holding it together is the goodwill of these workers who deserve much more than a 4% pay increase.
Obviously, you're wanting the government to put their hands in their pockets to increase the offer. Where are they going to get that money from?
I would actually just say, Howie, that they have just given tax relief to the rich. So £150,000 on average, those that earn that have all just been given a tax cut. We're asking them to rethink their strategy and give it to the people that we all stood out on the streets to clap for. Clapping will not pay the heating bill and the food bills. The government have got the money. They need to redistribute it to the workers who are actually doing an incredible job and keeping our communities safe.
Deanne, many thanks for your time. Deanne Ferguson, then, the regional organiser for the GMB union.